What is going on, everybody? It's Alex coming back here with another video, and today I just saw this come out, and you know what? We had to talk about it. I'm usually a day or two late. I was gonna think about doing Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft. Heard some crazy shit about that one, but we're gonna be looking at Mel Kiper's first draft. So this is gonna be fun because I've heard some things already about it that quite appall me. So let's check it out. Let's have some fun. Let's get into it. If you guys are new, like, comment, subscribe. You know all that jazz. Let's get into it. Starting off with the number one overall pick. Do we need to even talk about this? It's Trevor Lawrence. It'll always be Trevor Lawrence. And unless Jacksonville wants to trade out for like a large amount of picks, i.e., you get Deshaun Watson, maybe a pick with him. I mean, obviously, I think that Deshaun Watson's worth every penny. This is going to be the pick. You know, we don't need to discuss it too much. He's just a franchise guy. We already know he is QB1. And those who say he's not, me in the past, needed to watch him a little bit more and realize the situation around him, because obviously the situation can aid in the fact that sometimes people aren't the reason why their team sucks or is good. But number two, this is Mel. Jets getting Devontae Smith. You know, if you are in this spot, let's just think about it really quickly. You're in this spot, right? And you're probably going to want to get Sam Darnold a weapon, or else you're going to get him a tackle, right? We all know Joe Judge likes to trade down, and I don't remember the last time a wide receiver was taken at number 2. And if I'm not mistaken, they weren't 175 pounds at 6'1" at 23 years old, saying that they were going to put on weight. I love Devontae Smith. He is my number 2 wide receiver in the class. This is just disgusting. This is asinine. Horrible job by Mel. I don't understand why. I understand it could be recency bias here, but dude, nobody really cares if you get a Heisman Trophy. And you're at the number 2 overall spot, man. Trade back. There are teams like the Panthers that would be dying to get a good quarterback there. So I don't get this one. I mean, even the Falcons could trade up if they want to get their guy there. You know, there's just plenty of teams. Even the Bengals might want to trade up to be able to get Penei Sewell. There are so many options here. Trade down and still get one of the top 3 wide receivers. And I'm telling you, if you can get another first next year, maybe another pick as well. I mean, tell me how getting Jalen Waddle and another first and another maybe a third or second, how that is worse than getting just Devontae Smith. To me, I can't even think about it. I can't fathom that. It's just ridiculous to me. Next, Dolphins getting Jamar Chase. I can't stand this one. You know, I don't think that Mel Kiper ever looked at the offensive line. I don't know. I mean, he was the one who said Eric Flowers was the next big thing. So we never know. We never know. You know, obviously there needs to be some more weapons there. I think that the wide receiver core is a little bit underrated, especially with how much hate they're getting. There's still some very talented dudes when they're healthy there. I don't think it justifies taking a wide receiver at 3. I don't think it does at all. You know, if you want to trade back and get a wide receiver, 100% understandable. But when was the last time that we've seen one wide receiver change a full franchise? I mean, you're looking at Justin Jefferson doing a really good job there. But was he taken in the top 5? No. You know, obviously he could have been. But, like, Jamar Chase was better. I mean, this is the only guy I could see in the top 3 ever making 1% sense. It's just he's an absolute beast. But there's Penei Sewell on the board. You have a blue chip. Like, you guys traded away Laramie Tunsil for this pick. Now you can get Laramie Tunsil back, as well as have, of course, you had another first-round pick and stuff like that from the Texans. You know, like, I don't get the logic. I really don't. Like, there's a blue chip 20-year starting tackle prospect there. Every year we're going to see these really good wide receivers. You have Chris Olave coming in next year. You have this Pickens guy coming in out of Georgia. There's so many good players. Jamar Chase is amazing, but I'm telling you, there's not going to be a Penei Sewell every single year. He's better than the 4 guys who was taken in last year's draft. That's saying something. Next, Zach Wilson to the Falcons. You know what? Honestly, I don't know about this one. This is where you can take a Justin Fields over Zach Wilson because he can sit. But I'm telling you right now, Zach Wilson's my QB2. He's firmly my QB2 unless there is a team that could sit him for 1, maybe 2, maybe even 3 years. Zach Wilson is just a guy. If you want to make sure you look good, which a new organization might want to do, this is a very realistic pick if this is the case. You know, I like it. It's finally, I like something. Bengals game Penei Sewell. I don't know why. I have a feeling down deep inside that mockers and like draft analysts would want to make Bengals fans happy. And that's the only reason why they do stupid shit in the top 5 to get Penny Sewell to 5. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think that if Andrew Thomas can go number 4, Penny Sewell can go number 1. That's just my take. Next, Eagles getting Jalen Waddle. I don't like this at all. You're getting wide receiver 3 instead of maybe a cornerback 1, linebacker 1, edge rush 1. It depends if you package Carson Wentz and try to get some cap space. But this is not the pick. This is not the pick. Shouldn't be the pick. If Jamar Chase ain't here, you go a corner. You go a Caleb Farley. You can trade back and get a Caleb Farley. I don't like this at all. Detroit Lions getting Justin Fields. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if you think about it, if Matt Stafford can't work in the scheme he is right now, how the hell can Justin Fields? Why are you dropping him into there? I understand that this is probably it's not going to happen, obviously, but this could. And if, of course, Stafford stays, it would be a good place for him to learn. But they have so many pieces leaving, and their entire squad's really messed up anyways. I don't like this pick at all. I think you really do need to adjust other parts of your team. But you know what? I can't hate on it too much as I want to. You are getting a potential franchise guy who can sit, and you know that you don't have to win with him. Everybody knows you don't have to win with Justin Fields immediately. He has time to develop. I'm mixed. I want to hear your guys' opinions on this one. Carolina Panthers getting Trey Lance. Again, I guess is an okay spot. I'm not a fan of Trey Lance. A little bit too inaccurate for me and a little too reliant on the runs. He's only thrown a little bit over 100 passes in an entire career, also playing one really shitty game this year. I'm not a fan. Not a fan. I think you might want to wait till late first due to his potential. If you were drafting him for who he is right now, I think he's probably like a third, if not a fourth. But with his potential, he should probably be a late first, and then which means he's draftable. I mean, if it's the right squad, if they really believe in him, I'm going to trust Matt Rule if this happens. But I'm telling you, you have all the top cornerbacks. You have Micah Parsons on the board. I don't like this at all. Denver Broncos game Micah Parsons. I love it. I really want to hate on it. I love it. If you're not going to let Von Miller go because it's a club option this year, and if you are not going to keep Malik Reed the next year, Micah Parsons can be your outside linebacker who's going to be an edge rusher, or he can play the inside linebacker and play really well. I mean, Vic Fangio and Micah Parsons would be insane. I wish I could hate on it so much. The only other pick I could see is Caleb Farley there. The Cowboys game Rashawn Slater. Why? Why, Mel? Why? Do you not see how many freaking cornerbacks are coming off and just like leaving in free agency? You have all the top corners on the board. This is a perfect spot to just slot in a corner, man. I don't get it. Line is not that big of an issue when their entire line is healthy. I know that they've had some big issues with healthiness, but dude, I don't think that this is a spot where you take a guy in the first when you have pretty much an all-star offense. You need to build that defense up. Really don't like that pick. Giants getting Kyle Pitts. I mean, unless you're getting rid of Evan Engram, I don't think this is a good pick. Kyle Pitts is a great Evan Engram replacement if you want to get like a first for Evan Engram, which you won't. But Kyle Pitts, I mean, I love Kyle Pitts, but there still is, again, the top corners on the board. There's JOK on the board that you could slot in as more of a linebacker safety hybrid. There are guys who you can put in there that this just doesn't fit. I mean, you can get edge there as well. You can get a wide receiver like Rashad Bateman. This is not the right pick. I mean, Kyle Pitts can play as a wide receiver, but it's just no. You're oversaturating that tight end group. You guys aren't a tight end. Like, these guys are not run blockers. It's not like you're getting like two very versatile weapons. If you want to get in the second, a Pat Freiermuth, okay, then you could stick him in there, and then you have Evan Engram as like an outside, more of like a slot wide receiver, and then you have Freiermuth as a blocking, receiving tight end at the same time. That's okay, but this is no. Niners getting Surtain. I mean, that would just be a dream, wouldn't it? That'd be a freaking dream. So I'm not going to blame him. I think, honestly, probably Farley would be better here because the Niners could win now. I'm going to be honest. The Niners could win now. So I don't know. It is true. Sherman and Verrett are restricted free agents or unrestricted free agents. So it depends on what they do. It honestly depends on what they do. If they keep Richard Sherman and or Jason Verrett, then bring in Caleb Farley and allow him to develop a year. But if you want a guy who's going to be surefire day one, Patrick Surtain's a great guy for that. Chargers getting Darsat, love the pick. There is Farley on the board, so I don't know about that one. You could go in the second, and then with how Alex Leatherwood has been playing with the reps in the Senior Bowl, his draft stock's falling heavily, really heavily. So keep an eye out for that. Elijah Vera Tucker to the Vikings. I don't know. I guess. I mean, I still would say that Wyatt Davis is better. Some of you guys are saying that he's overrated, but I'm just gonna say, look at the damn run lanes. It's not magic that makes it happen. Moses ain't fucking putting a staff in there and separating the defense. Like, that is straight up interior offensive line work. That's Josh Myers. That's Thayer Mumford. That is Wyatt Davis. So obviously it is a team effort, but everything's a team effort. Elijah Vera Tucker didn't look too good against my boy Kayvon Thibodeau, who went to my high school. There are some red flags. But you know what? If they do want to tackle / guard prospects similar to Ezra Cleveland, I guess Elijah Vera Tucker is a good way to go. Can't shame him too much. Pats game, Mac Jones. Again, this is not it. I can't vibe with this pick. You have to wait another round, man. Mac Jones, he's made 44 tight window throws. He has an offensive line that is insane. He has a wide receiver core that is insane with great separation. Where's the wide receivers with great separation on this roster? I don't get it. Like, Mac Jones has shown potential, but he's not going to fit well if he doesn't have another weapon there. He needs a weapon. If you're not going to get a defensive player here or get a weapon, I guess it depends. This is why I don't like 1-round mocks, but it's just not right. Not right. Cardinals getting Caleb Farley. I mean, wouldn't that be a dream? But it's not going to happen. So Cardinals fans, enjoy your wet dream. Unfortunately, it is just a dream. Vegas getting Jalen Phillips. This is possible, but I don't see it. I don't see it happening. There is J.C. Horn still on the board because, I mean, I would take J.C. Horn over Damon Arnett as your cornerback 2 any day of the week. But we got to see what happens. Obviously, I don't think Jalen Phillips is the first DN off the board. So, I mean, there still is definitely guys in there like a Kwity Paye, like a Gregory Rousseau that are better than Jalen Phillips. And I'm a Jalen Phillips fan. I love Jalen Phillips. I watch the U all the time. But still, that's way too high compared to the other dudes. Dolphins getting JOK. I mean, okay. I mean, they kind of do need a safety as well. So it's interesting. I can see this happening. I would probably prefer more of a Zabin Collins here, but I mean, I'm going to trust the organization to do the right thing. I'm just going to say that. I'm going to trust the organization to do the right thing. This is a pretty good pick. Washington getting Kadarius Toney. It'd be fun. I don't think that's the right way to go. I really don't. Not a huge fan of this pick. I know they need to get a weapon, but there's probably better ones on the board. And there's probably going to be ones in round 2 as well. I'm just, I mean, Kadarius Toney's really fun. And to be honest, he is somebody who I wouldn't shame Washington for taking here because they need a quarterback, a second weapon, and a safety to really be in Super Bowl contention. I don't know. I just don't feel like this is the right pick. You're taking too much of a shot on a roster that's ready to be going right now. I think that you probably want to get a better weapon. If you want to get like a Dwayne Eskridge in the 3rd, that's probably be like way better value. Next, Chicago Bears getting Tevin Jenkins. I still think there's a lot better tackles on the board than Tevin, but you know what? It's not bad. He didn't let up a sack since 2018. Really high-end tackle there for Oklahoma State. Wouldn't mind it. I'm glad they decided to go there with the tackle instead of going after like a Kyle Trask, especially since Kyle isn't even playing in the freaking Senior Bowl. It's a little unfortunate. Colts getting Kwity Paye. I mean, yeah, that's a pretty good start. I would still say, again, there's better tackles on the board. Definitely need that. But when there's pretty much edge 1 on the board versus tackle 2 or tackle 3, I wouldn't shame them too much. I wouldn't shame them too much at all. Titans getting Gregory Rousseau. I mean, I feel like this is very similar to a Jadeveon Clowney story where it's like you're just looking at that raw product right there. This team's ready for a Super Bowl, man. That you're pretty much, unless you're saying, hey, we're not going to ever win, then okay. But Gregory Rousseau's not going to be a day 1 impact. He's raw and he took a year off. That's a little bit sketchy to me. I think there's better prospects. I think you trade down in this spot and allow other players to move up. Obviously, there are no trades, but I don't like that pick. J.C. Horn to the Jets. That'd be great. That'd be freaking amazing. But we're not going to talk about that because that's not realistic. Steelers getting Zabin Collins. He is not outside linebacker or D-end. He is an inside linebacker. Don't like that at all. I don't know what he's watching, but Zabin Collins he's an amazing run stuffer. I don't really like that at all. That's really weird. But he is a really talented guy. I could see him going in and playing a multitude of roles in the Steelers defense. I'd be fine with that. But he does have a personality issue, which, of course, with us getting Dwayne Haskins, it doesn't seem to be a problem. But again, I think the line is a bigger issue than even getting Zabin Collins here. There are going to be some teams that want him. So I could see a trade back as well if we want to get a high-end tackle later in the draft and pick up some extra picks to fill in the holes because there's going to be a lot of them. Jacksonville getting, my God, why? Why? There's still some high-end corners on the board. There's still some great tackles on the board. There's still some great safeties on the board. Why D-tackle, man? I don't get it. This D-tackle class is deep as hell. No pun intended, but just ridiculous. Cleveland Browns getting Aaron Robinson. The dude's like 25. This is complete. I don't get this. I really don't get this. I know that he used to be Alabama. He used to be at Alabama, but like Nickelback, really? Like you're gonna be drafting that in the first round? That's just so stupid. I don't understand that at all. Like if you want to go an edge or a D tackle there, okay. But an old ancient corner? It's I'm not a fan of that at all. That really twisted me the wrong way. Ravens getting Terrace Marshall. You guys know I like that pick. Get a larger target. I mean, is Rashad Bateman taken? Rashad Bateman hasn't even been taken yet. Saints getting Trayvon Moehrig. Again, they could not potentially have Marcus Williams there. If that's the case, I wouldn't mind it, but I think they're going to be able to bring him back. He is a really talented player at 24 years old, but Trayvon Moehrig's a stud. If that's the case, okay. Wouldn't shame him too much in it. Next, Packers getting Tyson Campbell. Dude, if Rashad Bateman's on the board, this is where you take him. I know cornerback and linebacker are a huge issue for the Packers, but I mean, Campbell's a little bit too much of a developmental prospect. Bills getting Najee. I don't like that at all. I really don't like that at all. You have two really talented running backs. Najee is a guy with a lot of tread off his tires. You don't want to continue increasing the offense. You want to make sure the defense is still kicking. Josh Allen can help the offense and raise them up to a level that Najee Harris doesn't need to be there for. You got to make sure that defense is up to its level too. Obviously, it doesn't always happen. In Tampa, Joe Tryon. Uh-oh. No. Joe Tryon is so raw that a team like the Buccaneers would be the most stupid idiots in the world to take on a raw prospect when you're ready to win another Super Bowl. I seriously have no idea what the fuck is going on inside of Mel Kiper's head. I don't know what's up with his little chicken lips and his degrading hairline, but obviously it's seeped into his brain, and that has been regressing as well. This is absolutely so stupid. Like, I don't know. Why not just go Davion Nixon? Like, why not just go Azeez Ojulari? Azeez isn't more raw, but he's better than Joe Tryon at this point. Joe Tryon has unlimited potential, but this is not the time to take him. This is not the team to take him. If there's teams that want to take him, like a Kansas City, because they're going to be good regardless, yeah, trade. But Tampa Bay does so much due to their defense, being able to stop a team just within the amount to where Tom Brady can be able to just go up above and beyond and be able to win the game. Don't like that pick whatsoever. I'm actually kind of sick to my stomach thinking about it. Kansas City getting Azeez Ojulari. That'd be great. You know, you do kind of need an outside linebacker there to be able to add some extra pass rush. I think if he goes as a DN, that's not going to be good. I think he's a little bit small for that, around 240 at 6'3". But I didn't even see that. It was right there. But I'm telling you, I mean, he'd be quite fun. He would be quite fun. I don't know. Does this team run a 3-4 or 4-3? I'm not 100% sure. So I don't know. If you guys know that they're a 4-3, I'm not a huge fan of this. I'd probably want a bigger guy. If they want to go Boogie Basham here, okay. But I seriously think that you probably should be getting some offensive line here to protect a guy who you paid $500 million to. And especially when there's a guy like Samuel Cosmi on the board. Alex Leatherwood has shown his problems, but you can kick him into guard. I'm just saying, there's some big issues. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, if you guys want me to give this one a grade, there's some really asinine picks, and I have so much respect for Mel Kiper Jr. that this really hurts. But I got to give it a D-. It's not. It started right here with not being good at all, and didn't really pick up anywhere. It was unrealistic, not great. You really took Aaron Robinson, 25 years old almost, over like guys like Eric Stokes, guys like Elijah Molden. It's just, I don't get it. Shaun Wade, if you want a slot corner. So let me know what you guys think. I'm a little bit down about this. I'll see you on the far side. Peace.